Yeah, Sydney MGTOW here in the house with you. So, guys, today I want to talk to you about the epidemic of unfaithfulness, particularly amongst women, largely as a result of feminism, but also as a result of popular culture. Hey, you got the thumbs up already. Thanks for that. I appreciate it, man. Look forward to sharing all of this wisdom with you. So I'm gonna get right into it today. Hey, what's going on, mate? Fee Kill, yo, Mike F. Welcome, man. Welcome. Gonna get straight into this today. So I got an article here, and I when I read this, this is actually from Vice. Now, guys, I know Vice is pretty cancerous, but this is actually a first-hand confession. Why and how I've cheated on every person I've ever dated. A confession by a woman. Hey, we got 8 in the box. 5 thumbs up. Hey, everyone, how you doing? Misery man, my man, how you doing, bro? Appreciate you. John Boy, what's going on, man? Got a good episode here for you today. Looking forward to sharing all this with you. Also, guys, to let you know, I will be very soon be getting a stabilized tripod, not out of the fighting fund that you guys can donate to below, but out of my own wallet because I do this for you men, not for myself. Ironbark, Grey Ginger, yeah, man. It's like the what do they call it? The silverback or something? I don't know. But I don't know, man. It works for me. It works. That's right, Ginger man. Exactly. Hey, Sergey, what's going on, man? So, for those of you who've just joined in the box, I am reading an article called "Why and How I've Cheated on Every Single Person." Sorry, why and how I've cheated on every person I've ever dated. Um, it's look. I'm gonna get into that, Ironbuck. I'm really gonna dissect this. It's gonna be a very interesting conversation. What's up, Sweeney? Um, yeah. Hey, Justin. Yeah, I saw that video as well. It's good. All right. So here we go. This article reads: Infidelity is not what it once was. Like premarital sex or getting regular invasive cosmetic surgery, cheating has become fairly normalized. Hey, what's up, Joshua Hatch? Subscribe to Joshua Hatch. He's a boss. Um, Cheating has become fairly normalized, relatable enough to be the subject of 100,000 hashtag relatable memes. In the UK, 1 in 5 adults admit to having an affair. So that's 20% of people admitting to having an affair. Yes, you are a mod, Joshua. I appreciate you, man. Just a little thank you. While American women are cheating on their partners considerably more than now than ever before. We all know that Australia follows America, and America already has a cheating epidemic. And before I get into this, guys, I'm just going to say I know it's not a one-sided thing. I know both men and women cheat, but I'm going to examine this from the unique side of the coin. Hey, Chris Cantu in the house. What's going on, man? What's going on? Chris, just got this article here I'm going to show you, brother. Why and how I've cheated on every person I've ever dated. A confession by a woman, so it's getting interesting up in here. So what's driving this increase in the US? To glean some kind of insight, we thought we'd speak to someone at the extreme end of the scale. Anya, a 25-year-old civil servant from North London who hasn't been faithful to any of her partners since her first serious boyfriend broke her heart at the tender age of 16. Hey, Chris. Say hi to Miggy for me. Tell him thank you for those video editing tips. I'm going to get onto that software. No games 2018, 100%. No more fucking games. MGTOW 2018. That's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening right now. On this screen, in this box, with Chris Cantu and Joshua and Misery Man and all of the fam. I'm surprised NYC Korean isn't up at 3 a.m. like busting up in this stream. Here we go. I got with my first serious boyfriend when I was 16. It was the summer after I'd done my GCSEs and I was excited about life. I thought I was a big woman now that I'd completed school. Yeah, big woman. It's because you ate too much. I was grown, I thought. We met at Choice FM Junior Jam, the concert to be at for any teenager from inner city London. We were together for 3 years. I was besotted, obsessed. I was completely in love with this boy. The last year was pretty on and off. I was so devoted to him. And all I got back was a load of shit. He made me feel so small, so unworthy. I was dependent on him. And then he broke up with me. I was a wreck, and it was during exam season as well. But I did all right. I got into uni. Big mistake. Then he started calling again, saying he messed up and that he loved me. Then he started, like I said, it was pretty on and off. But when I say I was faithful, I was. When I was 19, I heard the rumors that he had a girl. Sup, gents? I heard the rumors he had a girl, but all the while he was on my line, sweet talking me. I got prank calls from a girl telling me to leave her boyfriend alone, but every time I asked him, he'd deny her. There was no proof. He broke up with me for good that year. It was devastating emotionally, especially when I started seeing pictures of him and his girlfriend on Facebook. Hey, what's up, Shlomo? Oh, Shlomo Shackleberg in the house. Come on, Shlomo, drop me some Litecoin, bro. Come on. Yeah, brother. You're gonna be waiting a while for the shekels. I call the shots. I get the shekels up in this bitch. The whole situation with him fucked me up, I won't lie, and so I made a decision that I'd be the one fucking people over. I like to be in control. I like to be in the driver's seat. It's very empowering, especially with what happened in my first relationship and how I grew up. My pops is a pastor, so my siblings and I grew up in a strict household. I'm the oldest, so it was handcuff season with me. I couldn't do anything. As soon as I could sneak out and lie to do what I wanted and not get in trouble with my parents, I was there. I'm a great liar. I guess it's nothing to be proud of, but I'm telling you, it's a good skill to have. Oh, Schwitz, we got a Shlomo in the house. In regards to my relationships with men, my need for control is, I would say, one of the main reasons why it's easy for me to cheat. I like to be on top of things. Yeah, on top of the cock carousel. To lead what's going on. So I can manage my expectations and emotions. I don't leave that in the hands of someone else because the vast majority of men can't be trusted. Wow, how interesting. The vast majority of women can't be trusted either. Shlomo says, just let minorities breed with your wife, and we are white wife, and we are even. Oh, Shlomo, they're gonna breed with whoever they want, man. We can't control them, but that's okay. We just got to know what to look out for. So I 100% have the control when stepping out in relationships, knowing I can essentially leave one guy over there and have another one over there when I deem fit. It's all on my terms. I was in control of the situation. I'm never going to be that girl besotted with a man again. I've had 4 serious relationships. The boyfriends 2 and 3 were good guys. I met number 2 at uni in my second year. Before him, I was doing what and who I wanted. Living my best life, one night stands, experimenting. But I met him and fell in hard. And that freaked me out. I could feel myself falling in love, so I started seeing things where there wasn't anything to see. That was actually a bit of a typo on their part, so it confused me a little. Sorry, guys. I began to focus on the supposed lack of communication. If he didn't reply or text within a certain time frame or didn't tell me he was going out with his friends, I used that as an excuse to cheat on him multiple times. You know what campus life is like? Yeah, I do. It's a cock carousel for you women. Everyone knows each other's business. He didn't believe the rumors, but I broke up with him anyway, and I got cuffed by one of the dudes I cheated with. That lasted a cute 6 months, but his university was in a different city, so I got mine elsewhere when I couldn't see him. So much easier to cheat when you don't live in close proximity. No sneaking, no lying. Okay. Maybe some lying, but you know what I mean. I think I might be just a commitment phobe. Just slightly. At one point in every relationship, there was this feeling of, I really love and care for this person, but then I sort of panic and get worked up. I feel my resolve slipping. The walls, those sweet walls, the walls I built falling, the control that I need losing its grip. But that's the thing with love, you can't control it. So then I start conjuring up feelings of feelings of loneliness or feeling misunderstood. Sometimes though the sex is shit or I'm not getting enough of it. That excuse isn't made up. I should tell them, shouldn't I? Or break up with them. I don't know why I don't. I should ask a therapist. But when you grow up attached to someone, you grow used to someone, you just hope things get better in the future. But it's not the case really. Like my last man, I cheated a lot during the first 7 months. He found out, but we stayed together for another 3 years. Fucking simp. We decided to put it behind us, hit the refresh button, but he was never able to do that. It was silly of us to think that it could work. Each time we argued, he'd throw the fact that I cheated in my face. So I'd cheat some more. Wow. So because he called you the fuck out, you cheat some more. Yeah, all right, all right. Let's keep reading. Not that he knew that. Those 3 years were a waste of both of our times. I do feel bad that he found out. That changed him, changed the relationship. He became less affectionate, which is another reason why I cheated again. I'm not one of those who cheats with people their partner knows. That's just rank. Okay, so it's okay to get random dick from people that that your partner doesn't know, but it's not okay to get random dick from people your partner does know. It's the same random dick. Oh, wow. Imagine his mates are around for dinner, but you've already polished off a couple of his boys before. That's out of order. I have rules when I cheat. Okay, the only MGTOW. I have rules when I cheat. No family, no friends, no colleagues, no social media. I'm quite ashamed to admit that I cheat, or that I cheat this much. Yet, you're quite happy to have an entire article put up on a fucking cancer website that you know gets viral hits. So, you're ashamed to admit you cheat, or that you cheat that much, but you're not ashamed to write an article about it. Fucking hypocrite. Some people will say I'm a she-devil, but if I ever do get married, I'd stop. No, you wouldn't. But I just think marriage should tame a person. No, it doesn't. There's a sanctity that comes with those vows, especially if you got married in a religious setting, saying that an open marriage is like an interesting take on marriage. I wouldn't rule it out. Oh, so you would fuck other dudes while you're married. So you're okay with open marriages. So you don't really believe in the sanctity of marriage. So you're just bullshitting to make yourself feel better. But to sneak about behind my husband's back, don't think I would. Cheating's for when you don't have a ring on it. So what you're saying is you're happy to have an open marriage where you marry a cuck blue pill provider that lets you go around and get fucked by the chads. King says scam to his fucking Sydney. Man, you can have whatever opinion you want. Chris Cantu keeps it real. He lived in his he lived in his four-wheel drive. Look, you can say whatever you want about Chris, right? But he's not the one behind Red Pill Coin. He's not the one making money off Red Pill Coin. And he said this in multiple videos. You know, and if you went and did your research rather than listening to people just complaining about him and making up bullshit, you would realize that. So, guys, no need to keep on with this shit. Do your own thing. Don't get caught up on what other people do. If you don't believe in Chris Cantu, don't watch Chris Cantu. It's pretty fucking simple. If you don't believe in me, don't watch me. That's fine. But he's not going around scamming anyone, in my view. I haven't experienced any scamming from him. I haven't seen anything that isn't Angry MGTOW who created Red Pill's crypt. I don't know if Angry MGTOW created Red Pill coin. Maybe he did, but I mean, if he did, then it wasn't Chris, was it? So I don't know what you guys are having a big sook about. Anyway, guys, look, let's get back to the topic at hand. Let's not shit on other MGTOWs, because our power as MGTOW is in unity. It's not in shitting on other MGTOWs, right? We've all got a good message. We've all got a different message, slightly different. Some of us have got a different angle to come from. So that's all I got to say. Misery Man said, we need ginger coin. Hey, Shlomo Shekelberg, can you create ginger coin for me and then give it all to me? That's what I thought. The Watchman says, last time thing MGTOW men needed to be fighting with each other. We have enough enemies outside of MGTOW for being men. Exactly right. We need to be united here. Thanks, Shlomo. Appreciate it, brother. Most women have a massive drop in progesterone around age 30, aka the wall. This often leads to massive weight gain, thyroid problems, and mood personality changes. Look, I agree that there are some physiological changes in women after 30, anonymous guy, but I also think that there's a lot of things that they can do that they just choose not to because they want to make excuses for their own lazy behavior. I know a lot of women that are post 30 that look after themselves, that don't make excuses for why they put on weight, and then they go and lose the weight because they're dedicated to it and they work hard. Us men have to fight harder to keep off weight after 30 as well. So we just do it. We don't fuck around. We don't go blaming it on other people. So I'm going to go back and pull out a few key points in this article, and I'm going to tear some shit up. All right, so let's skip through this. Okay, has this 25-year-old government civil servant. So I'm going to guess she's been through uni. I'm going to guess she's a feminist, and I'm going to guess that she has an overinflated sense of worth. 25-year-old civil servant from North London who hasn't been faithful to any of her partners since her first serious boyfriend broke her heart at the tender age of 16. She went through and she basically said she was completely in love with her first boyfriend, as I was completely in love with my first girlfriend. I was a wreck and it was during exam season, but I did all right. I got into uni, big deal. Everyone gets into fucking uni. You see a bunch of retards doing gender studies degrees. You think they had to work hard to get into uni. When I was 19, I heard a rumor that he had a girl, but all the while he was on my line. So, look, he played you. That's true. He fucked you over. He cheated on you. But it is what it is. And, you just got to accept it and move on. And then find someone who's not going to cheat on you. I like to be in control. I like to be in the driver's seat. Now we're unearthing the truth. Now we're unearthing where you're really coming from. It's very empowering. Gee, where have I heard the word empowering out of the feminist playbook? Especially with what happened in my first relationship and how I grew up. So you're basically using how you grew up to justify your behavior. That's pretty shit if you ask me. My pops is a pastor. So your grandfather is a pastor of the church and you are a cheating woman who just goes, I was going to call you a cheating whore, but it's just human nature. What can we do, right? So you're cheating, even though your pop's a pastor. I'm loving these comments, guys, by the way. Keep them coming. As soon as I could sneak out and lie to do what I wanted and not get in trouble with my parents, I was there. I'm a great liar. Okay, so a couple of takeaways from this particular passage. She's a great liar. A lot of women are great liars. And a lot of women will, and I quote, lie to do what I wanted and not get in trouble with my parents. So as soon as they... Shlomo, man, I ain't got no shekels, man. I ain't got no shekels. I don't know what you're in my stream for, bro. I don't know what you're in my stream for. But this woman and a lot of other women subscribe to the same mindset. I know this because they've admitted it to me when I've told them I wouldn't judge them for it. And I don't judge them because I know it's just biology, but it's just me weaseling the truth out of them. So as soon as they can sneak out and lie to do what they want and not get in trouble with their parents, they're there and they're great liars. Simple as that, guys. Women, and it's not just parents. If they're in a relationship, they will cheat and they will lie to basically not feel bad about themselves. And, they just want to feel better about themselves by lying and doing whatever they want. And they don't want to ever feel like they have any sense of responsibility. Right. So next bit here. Let me flick through this quickly. I like to be on top of things to lead what's going on so I can manage my expectations and emotions. I don't leave that in the hands of somebody else because the vast majority of men can't be trusted. The vast majority of guys in uni can't be trusted because those guys have got so much pussy coming at them that they're just slamming everything inside. I understand. If there was 3 of me to every 7 women, I would be destroying everything inside in university. I mean, not now because of the whole Me Too bullshit and Title IX and all this leftist feminist bullshit in uni, but that's just how it is, it's supply and demand. If there's less men and more women, so that's supply and demand. The women's sexual value goes down and the men's sexual value goes up. That's just straight economics, bitches. You're going to have to deal with the fact that if you want to be the majority of university students, so you can be, these strong, empowered women, then you're also going to need to be the majority of people that are available, right? Which means that your worth goes down. Dave Ritchie says, my 16-year-old son seems to be a MGTOW. I've noticed him ditching girls after a few weeks. Dave, look, he's obviously seeing the signs. He obviously is a teen going his own way. He obviously knows what's up. Yeah, his hormones are going crazy and he wants to get laid. But, so is every guy in uni. So is every girl in uni. So is every guy and girl up to the age of 23, 24. Let's be honest here, guys. let's not paint all of humanity based on a fucking university experience, right? Compound interest is the most powerful force in the world. Yeah, Shlomo knows that. Mochman says, CJ says, I guess women would make great politicians. They lie, they steal, they cheat. Qualified. The Watchman says, women have become too unbearable when they even teen boys avoid them now. Exactly right. Gaius says, why do you try to understand women? Guys, let me tell you why I try to understand women and why I've been very successful in learning and understanding women. Because if I understand women, then I understand how to have the upper hand. I understand how to not be a blue pill simp. I understand how to not get fucked over. I understand how to protect my assets. I know how to not get STDs because I can see the red flags a mile away. I understand all of these things, and it's so critically important, men, to understand women, because at some point you're going to have to interact with them. At some point you're going to have to be in a... I mean, look, some guys don't. They engineer their life that way. But yeah, some guys have got to... Hang on a sec. Just getting a little bit of a dry throat here. But yeah, exactly right. Gabriel Gwyn says knowledge is power. That is exactly right. The more you know, the less likely you are to get fucked over, and the more you can protect themselves. So to answer your question, Gaius Pontus, that's exactly why I try and understand women. It's very, very important to understand them. And very soon, Stand Up Men is releasing an ebook which will help all of you even more to release women. I'm very excited about it. I'm actually really pumped about getting this out. I'm sorry it hasn't come out yet, but it's very, very close. Sergey said, this is my understanding with university women. I had a girlfriend in first year of university. She just used me to get free housing because Sergey got a house from his granddad, early inheritance. Exactly. We have always been the providers. Biologically, women look to men, look to seek, provisions from them. That's just how it is. That's just how biology's always been. That's how things have evolved. That's neurologically embedded in them from birth. And likewise, men are, we're born providers. That's exactly what it's all about. Cool. Good to know, MGTOW Menace. I might check that out. I might even collab with him on that. I might hit him up. So yeah, next bit here. She's saying lying is a great skill to have. Joshua Hatch, we do have the fucking penis. It's why we're MGTOWs. We have the penis. We make the rules. In regards to my relationship with men, my need for control is, I would say, one of the main reasons why it's easy for me to cheat. So you're basically saying, I want to and I need to be in control, which is why I'm going to cheat on you. So that she justifies cheating by the fact that she likes to be in control. It's all on my terms. I was in control of the situation. I'm never going to be that girl besotted with a man again. Never. Well, if you don't want to be besotted with a man, go and fuck them, but tell them that that you're not committed to them, right? Just tell them, how hard is it? Most of the time they're going to pump you anyway. Shlomo says, I assume that he's cheating. Shlomo, I think this is the most I've seen you intellectually contribute properly to a stream ever. So I think it's actually a pretty good effort from Shlomo Sheckelberg here. He's actually adding value. Oh yeah, I know you're gonna ask for the shekels, but man, Shlomo's adding value here, right? Normally Shlomo gives nothing. He just all take and no give. Shlomo, thank you for giving today in the stream. Hey Stem, what's up, man? Here we go. She goes, I was doing what and who I wanted. Yeah, I was doing... Shit, man, I'm tired. I've had a big day. I was doing what and who I wanted. Living my best life, one night stands, experimenting, but I met him and fell in hard, and that freaked me out. So she's freaking out hard from commitment. This girl actually needs to go see a psychiatrist. She doesn't need to ride the cock carrot cell. She needs to take ownership of her own shit and go and get it fixed and go and work out why she was so cut about it and why she's so adverse to all of this, why she's so adverse to being in a relationship again. Okay, so I began to focus... Here we go. So now that she's freaked out about falling in love because she's afraid of losing control, she's focusing on shit that doesn't even exist. So I began to focus on the supposed lack of communication. If he didn't reply to text within a certain time frame or he didn't tell me he was going out with friends, I used that as an excuse to cheat on him multiple times. Cheat on him multiple times. Yeah, exactly, Vero. Tell them you're only a bed buddy. That's cool. If a woman comes to me and says, I want to slam you, I want to fuck you, but you're just my bed buddy. I'll be like, oh, that's okay, that's cool. Like, if I choose to then go into that, then that's fine. But if I don't choose to go into it, then that's also fine. It's called mutual respect, and and guys, if don't Danny's Sydney Popular is fucked. You have 4 texts in 3 seconds. 100%, man. It's like ding, ding, ding. Shit's going off. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to turn these notifications off because they are giving me the shits for 15 minutes because I'm almost done here. Yep, notifications off. Beautiful. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Thank you for being patient while I do this, man. Appreciate you all. Cool. All right, I'm back to it now. All right. That's a lot of DNA, Misery says. 100%. So, you know what, Camp? Yeah, so basically she's saying, because I freaked out about maybe wanting something more from this guy, I ran from commitment. I then made excuses and found reasons to cheat on this dude with multiple friends. Oh, but I won't cheat on with him, friends, because that's just rank. But I'll cheat on him with everyone else. So, I mean, that's your standard. It's not a very high standard. Here we go. So I might be a commitment phobe just slightly. Yeah, you think? Sometimes sex is shit, or I'm not getting enough of it. That excuse isn't made up. I should tell them, should I? Break up with them? I don't know why I should. I should ask a therapist, but when you grow attached to someone, you grow used to them. So because you're used to them, you should just stay with them and whatnot. Godbotherer says, I've had a married woman try and cheat on her husband with me. I've had multiple married women over the years try and cheat on their husbands with me. And when I was a simp, I actually a couple of times allowed it many years ago, but I realize how bullshit it is now. So exactly. All give and no take from, all take and no give from Shlomo, except for the rare occasions that he throws in a few gems. So thank you for the gems, and thank you for the amusement, Shlomo. Appreciate it. There we go. I have rules when I cheat: no family, no friends, no colleagues, no social media. So all very premeditated. I'm quite ashamed to say, as I said before, admit I cheat, or that I cheat this much, but yet you're writing a whole article about it, so I don't think you're that ashamed of it. I think marriage should tame a person. No, it doesn't. There's a sanctity that comes with those vows, especially if you got married in a religious setting. Saying that an open marriage is an interesting take on marriage. So what you're saying is you're down for an open marriage, so you don't really believe in the vows of monogamy, so you're full of shit. Are you just trying to justify yourself? Wouldn't sneak around behind my husband's back. Don't think I would. Well, I think when you get married, I think you would sneak around behind his back, because you've already told us you're a master manipulator. You've already told us you make up excuses for all that bullshit. So unbelievable. Cheating's for when you don't have a ring on it. So what she's saying is, it's okay to cheat as long as you're not married. Now, guys, I'd be a massive hypocrite if I said I never cheated before, because I have, okay? I've done the wrong thing. I fucked up, but you know why I did it? Because I didn't have the balls. To stand up and say that I'm not into you anymore before I cheated. I didn't have the balls at that point in time to stand up and say, this is done. This is over. This is finished, right? That's why I cheated back then, right? Instead of being honest with myself and doing the right thing. I don't think we should cheat if we're in a committed relationship where both parties believe that there's some monogamy there, right? If you want to have a relationship that's open, by all means do it. But don't expect to be number one for her, right? And I don't advocate being in a relationship with a woman where there is I don't advocate being in a relationship with a woman where there's more than one dick going inside that vagina during the tenure of that relationship. I'm not down for that, and none of you men should be down for that either. And if that's going on, or if you know that's going on, or you think it's going on, then you need to either back the fuck out, or you need to ask some serious questions. You need to look at the behaviors. You need to read the ebook that Stand Up Men's bringing out very, very shortly.
and just take the wisdom from that and work it out. Exactly, the Watchman. Open relationships are for cucks. That's what being a cuck is. Having some other dude, some other Tyrone, some other fucking alpha male, some other guy, some other Chad come in and fucking pound it to your girl. You know what I mean? Like, I know that I don't own the woman I'm with if I'm in a relationship. I don't own her. I never owned her. I never will own her. But while I'm in that relationship, there's only one cock going in that vagina. Let me give you the hot tip. Because that's how it's got to be as an alpha male. When you don't want to be a beta, when you don't want to be a simp, when you don't want to get fucked over and left and be used for your resources. Because when your dick is not the only one going in that vagina, that's what you're being used for, your resources, right? Or you're being used for your dick while they're out with the blue pill simp over there, taking all his cash, and then they're coming home to sit on your cock. You're getting simp juice all over your fucking shaft. Fuck that. What have I got in the box here? What's going on in the chat here? I just tell Vero, yes, it is recorded, brother. You can go back and watch it. Josh Had says, I tell women I don't believe in love and then watch their faces melt when they realize they can't use love to use me as a tool. Yeah, look, absolutely correct. The Watchman, yeah, this is my Braveheart speech. This is my Braveheart speech. My dad's Scottish. All right, so I'm half Braveheart from the word go. And this beard, it's all ginger Braveheart. All ginger Braveheart. Wow, Brizzy Boy said I had a woman cop tell me I'd be arrested if I call her love again with her hand on a gun. That was today. Holy shit. Brizzy Boy, you need a dash cam, bro. You need a dash cam. Joshua, you're right. MGTOW is freedom. MGTOW is freedom. That's what I'm talking about. MGTOW is freedom. MGTOW 2018, baby. No more games. We're not playing anymore. Right? We are not playing. The only thing we're doing is drinking water out of these cups so Sydney MGTOW can speak to his audience properly. Yeah, the Watchman, yeah, that's nasty shit, man. That's nasty. I mean, you got to ask yourself, right, and I've noticed, the more tattoos a woman has, the more damaged she is, right? And there might be some women watching this, and they say, I've got tattoos, I'm not damaged. Bullshit. You got so many insecurities that you don't want to admit, because that means you have to say that those tattoos aren't empowering. That means you have to say that you're weak. That means you have to say you've got problems. Because when you got heaps of tattoos, right, you've got problems. When you're wearing like goth makeup and you're covering what you really look like, right, that is also a sign, right? When you're wearing heaps of design, exactly, body cam time. But like, you got to look out for these signs, man. If they tell you that they've cheated on a bunch of guys before, right, and you don't think and they're exhibiting the same behaviors, the same patterns that they told you about the way they used to be, they're going to cheat on you, right? Because if the patterns haven't changed, then the pattern is that they're going to cheat, right? And again, man, I'm not saying, right? Oh, Vera, I appreciate you, man. And I'm not saying that men don't cheat. I'm not saying men don't fuck up. I'm not saying men are perfect in marriage, We are not monogamous creatures. That's not what human beings were designed to be. Marriage was designed for men to look after women. The gynocracy existed back then, right? That's where it's like forever and a day. Like, we've always looked after women. We're have it biologically ingrained in us to look after women. That's what we're all about. That's what we do. That's who we are. It's who we are, men, right? But now it's our time to start looking after ourselves and say, I am a MGTOW. I am a man. My self-preservation is more important than any woman's feelings. My self-preservation is more important than any of that. And when I say it's more important than any woman's feelings, don't be a cunt. Don't treat women like shit just because, you feel like it, right? Because that makes us no better than them when they treat us like shit because they feel like it, right? We cannot be hypocrites if we want to get the message across loud and clear. If we want this message to resonate with people who haven't taken the red pill, who don't understand what's going on, we need to be fair. We can't be hypocritical, right? We need to address both sides of the coin. But when things are overwhelmingly done by a woman compared to a man, that's when we need to talk about it even more, right? We need to warn people of these things. God says, actually, Sydney MGTOW, marriage was created by God to unite a man and a woman under God to bring life into the world. Now it's a government property contract. Yeah, look, I see you there, God brother. I get that too. Personally, I'm not religious, so I guess I'm a bit skeptical about it, especially knowing what we're biologically inclined to do. But for sure, I guarantee there would be, a strong element of that in there, particularly way back when. And then Brizzy Boy says, I've never cheated. I have more respect and understanding for myself. My old boy taught me with that one. Yeah, see, Brizzy Boy, look, my first girlfriend cheated on me. Look, I'll be honest with you. I followed a similar sort of pattern for a little while to what this woman did. Not to the same calculated extent. But, I would falter in a relationship as I was... So, I would monkey branch. I did it when I was younger. I was a blue pill simp. I fucked up, And it takes a man to not only be MGTOW on YouTube and have all the heat coming down on him, right? And have people coming after him, but to also be this vulnerable and admit the shit that I did wrong. And that's what masculinity is about. It's about owning yourself. It's about owning what you've done wrong. Yeah, that's right, Alvaro. Once the cheating starts, the trust is gone forever. You genuinely have to make the choice. You have to make the conscious choice, right? And you can't just say, you have to say to yourself now, if you don't want to cheat, and you don't want to be that guy, right? You don't want to be the guy that I used to be, the guy that lots of men used to be, the guy the guy or woman that most women used to be. If you don't want to be that person, you have to stand strong in your convictions and be honest and be truthful with yourself. Because it's the only way, men. And I worked it out for myself. I found it. So understand that you are going to go through times of temptation. Understand that you are actually going to be tempted by women. That women are going to tempt you, especially when they know you're in a relationship. Brizzy says you understand who you are. That's why you makes you so much stronger than a woman. Yeah, look, exactly, right? So you've just got to know that you are going to be tempted. But if you are going to be tempted, men, and you're seriously considering leaving the person you're with, if you're in a relationship, right? If you choose to date, if you're choosing to leave the person that you're in a relationship with and go with someone else, then you need to actually be real with yourself and say, am I doing this because I'm just bored or because this is fresh meat for me? Or am I actually done with this relationship here and I want to go over here? Because, exactly, MGTOW, menace, know yourself as you know your enemy, and you will not succumb in 1,000 battles. See, I know myself. And I know that if I need more water. Shit, man. I'm almost half an hour. 40 minutes, holy shit. Sorry, guys, I'm sorry. To those of you who don't like long videos, I'm very sorry, but it is what it is. Exactly. So guys, and this is why, and with MGTOW, right? Especially if you're being a monk, especially MGTOW monks, they know what's up with this, right? They know what this is all about. All right? They know that the clarity comes in being themselves. The clarity comes where you're level. The clarity comes where you're not confused between two people. That's where you find the clarity in yourself. And so when you find the clarity in yourself and you realize what's actually going, exactly, I'm dehydrating in front of your eyes. So when you know yourself, when you've got clarity within yourself and you understand what you're all about and what's going on, if you don't feel like you really, truly have found that person that just fucking rocks your world, and allows you to be your own shit, allows you to do your own thing, allows you to, be just in your own zone. I mean, we inherently want us men, we want to, have a woman in our lives, most of us, right?
But you need to know yourself before you get into a relationship with anybody. You need to know yourself so deeply. You need to be aware of all human behavior. You need to be aware of what you are and are not prepared to sacrifice. And you need to know the red flags. Because if you don't, you're going to go in, you're going to wear your heart on a sleeve, and you're going to get fucked. That's exactly what's going to happen to you. And men, that is something I don't want to see happen to any of you. I don't want to see it happen to any of you. So just go your own way and do your own thing, right? And if you're going to build up assets, make sure you speak to a lawyer. Make sure you speak to an accountant, and make sure that you know exactly how you're going to forward plan to make sure that if you ever do find a woman that you like, that you're going to succumb to, that you're going to go, well, shit, I can't, I want to have kids, so I'm gonna go there with this person. Right, you have to have everything protected, men. Don't let yourself be fucked over. I know Shlomo Shekelberg would never put his money on the line. I know Shlomo Shekelberg would never stand up and say, oh, no, that's okay. I'm not going to have money in a trust. Right? I know. So that's it, guys. Just protect yourself, look after yourself. Speak to a solicitor and an accountant, especially if you have multiple assets and a lot of money. You need to make sure that you structure them to be protected. But that's what I'm saying. Shlomo takes others' money, and women take our money when we don't protect ourselves. This is what I'm saying, man. Sorry about the echo. Just sort of walking in the bathroom here because it makes my eyes look all fucking sexy and green and shit. Yeah, look, the Raven. The only way to guarantee you're never going to get fucked over, the only way is to go monk. But for those of you who aren't going to go monk, you've got to be aware that women, like in the article that I read to you, exist. And they are propagating and they're becoming the norm, not the exception. Right? I mean, they were always the norm, but not to that extent. But that extent now is becoming the norm. Right? And you need to be wary. You need to protect all your assets. Because... right? If you lose your kids, right? That's shit enough. Imagine if you lose everything else with it. But if you've got all the assets and they can't touch it, then who's more likely to get the custody of the kids as the provider? Right? Because you don't have any money on paper if it's in a trust or wherever. Like, it's different in every state. There's different rules for every place. That's why I'm not giving blanket advice, guys, but you need to speak to independent legal counsel and independent financial advice from a man, and not a fucking simp, from a MGTOW, from an alpha male, right? You need to get advice from somebody who actually knows what's up. They know what women are like. They've seen it. You need to get advice from those men, not from the blue pill motherfuckers that are going to tell you, oh, buy a house together. Oh, that'll be so nice. Buy a house together. Get a loan together. No, fuck that, because you're going to lose everything. Exactly right, John Boy, the game is rigged. But look, I do advocate MGTOW, man. I am a MGTOW myself. But I know that not all of you are always going to be out of a relationship. I know not everyone's always going to be monk. There are going to be some of you guys that want to get into relationships at one stage, but I'm telling you what to look out for. Look out for the shit in that article, and look out for the red flags, and look out for yourself, and look out for your finances, and get advice. Know what you're in for, and know that you have to have the upper hand from the word go. So if they cheat on you, then you can just say, okay, well, I'm not accepting that, so I'm walking away. I'm out. See you later. My battery's dying, so I've got to cut this stream off in a second, guys. I'm up to 43 minutes. Thank you so much for staying in the stream. If you're in there and you haven't, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up now. Share this on Facebook, social media, Twitter, wherever you want to. Subscribe down the bottom. Hit the notification bell. Let's get this trending. Feel free to drop some comments after this video is finished. Exactly, Arjun too. Don't bang the housekeeper in that hotel. She might accuse you of rape. Hashtag me too. Misery Man, it's time to back off. Reflect and do some research. Misery Man's a good guy. He's got a lot of good points. And there are a lot of simps in the US. Not saying they all are, but there are a lot of simps. And I'm not attacking you guys because I know the US is the majority of my audience, even though I'm from Australia. So I appreciate all my American brothers. I appreciate all my MGTOW brothers from all over the world. But I've seen what's happening in America, and so many guys are getting cucked. They don't really have much of a chance. God Botherer says, Sydney MGTOW, the
Part about New South Wales is we can pay for relationships on an hourly basis. Exactly, prostitution is legal in New South Wales. Gavril says, Sydney MGTOW, thanks brother, thank you man. GL says, thanks for the info bro, appreciate you. Appreciate you GL, thank you very much for that. CJ says, when my mum tells me she loves me, I punch her in the ovaries, call her a liar. Slack but funny. Yeah, there are a ton of simps, Joshua Hatch, unfortunately. It's happening all over the world. In the Western world, it's the worst, but it's propagating. Man, China's full of simps. China is so full of simps. And I scare women away. Man, I had thought about fleeing Sydney, but, I have a lot of work to do before I can go and do that. I have a lot of work to do for you men. Right? I'm not finished yet. I'm not going away. Even if I get taken off YouTube, I'm not going away. I've got a much greater purpose than just making these videos, man. So if you want to donate to my fighting fund, drop some shekels below. Shlomo, drop some fucking shekels, bro. Just, come on, give me some of your shekels, man. I know you got them. They're everywhere, I know that. So, link below. Anyway, guys, feel free to donate to my Patreon. Feel free to donate to my PayPal. Feel free to drop some shekels in the crypto links below. The revolution is happening very soon on Scare Women Away. I'm not going to say when, I'm not going to say where, I'm not going to say how, but we are taking on Tyrone, and we do need your help to do this. All right, man. Have a great night. Stay true to yourself. Look out for the red flags. Don't let yourself be disrespected by anyone, woman or man. And, just be the best version of yourself. Protect your assets. Do what you got to do so that the end game is clear and the end game is sunshine and beautiful for you. All right, brothers. Peace. Have a great night. Or if you're in America, have a great day. Thank you all for joining in, and I'll see you tomorrow.